Hello crafters, happy Tuesday. Welcome, welcome. Just make sure you guys can see me good. I think you can. So happy Tuesday. We have a giveaway, which I think I have them over here. We're going to give away the square pillow boxes from last week. I said I would go ahead and do this giveaway, so we're going to give that away tonight. Once I push you guys down, not push you guys down, but once I bring you guys down, hi Donna, welcome, happy Tuesday. I will open up the little random name picker thing and we will see who will win. Hi Diane, welcome, happy Tuesday. So I have a card using the Lighter Than Air set. Let me tell you, when I got this set and I started playing with it, I did not like it at all. But then I watched some YouTube videos and I went on Pinterest, I found some things, and then when I actually really started playing with it, I really did love this set. So it's cute. It's just a normal card, but it's cute. I think you guys will like it. So I'm gonna go over the Lighter Than Air set tonight and show you all the different things that you can make with it. Well, show you all the pieces to it, and then you guys can have at it with your creativity and create whatever you want with it. So, but we're gonna do that giveaway. Before we do the giveaway, we are going to talk a little bit about what's happening right now at Stampin' Up. You guys, unless you're under a rock or you're brand spanking new to Stampin' Up, everybody knows about Saleabration. It's an awesome time of the year. So during Saleabration, they have multiple things that will benefit you as a customer or as a demonstrator that is just awesome. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is joining my team for $99. So the normal price to join the team has been $99 for a long time. When you join the team right now during Saleabration, which ends February 29th, you will get the chance to, no, not the chance to, I'm losing my train of thought here. You will get, well, you'll get the chance to earn this beautiful glass plate that you see pictured below. That will be included. There's two options. So it can be included in your sign up bonus or your sign up kit. So you join for $99, you get $125 worth of products that you pick out, anything current. It doesn't have to come from the mini catalog. It can come from the annual catalog. It can come from the clearance rack, online exclusives, whatever you want to pick out. You get $125 worth, plus you can add this beautiful Stampin' mat. It's gorgeous. It's a glass mat. I am working on the glass mat, but I don't know, because of the glare of my light, I do have a piece of paper over the top of it. But I actually will be using part of the glass mat tonight on my card design, so I can show you that how you can use part of the glass mat. The glass mat is awesome. There's a lot of benefits to having that. Hi Amy, welcome. Oh Diane, you don't have the Lighter Than Air set, so that's nice. So you'll get to see that tonight. So the joining the team is awesome. It's not anything out of the ordinary. You join. If you don't like it, you just quit. There's no pressure in selling. You don't have to meet a minimum quota to sell, but you do have to meet a minimum quota every 3 months. You have to sell or buy a certain set amount of price, and then you have a discount included in that. So it's actually not that hard to do. A lot of people join Stampin' Up just for the discount for their crafting products, and they don't sell it, they just buy it, and that is completely fine. That's what the majority of demonstrators are. They are actually hobby demonstrators. So awesome time right now to join. Again, this runs through February 29th. If for some reason you did not like that glass plate down there, you can choose the other option, which is you get to add $30 more to your kit. So you join for $99. You still get to pick out any kind of products you want for your starter kit that are current. But instead of getting $125, you will now have $155. Still get the free shipping and all that. So those are the two options, but it's only on a limited time. It only runs through February 29th. So during this time, during Saleabration, we have other options available for you besides joining. You can shop and earn. So if you're a current customer of mine, you already know all about it. While you're shopping, you spend $50 and you start to earn Saleabration items. So there are several different items available. Some items are free with a $100 purchase. And of course, this excludes pre-taxing, shipping. So you spend $200, you can either get 4 items, or you could get 2 $100 items. You get 4 $50 items, 2 $100 items, or you can mix and match it. And there's a lot of awesome Saleabration items right now available. So that's going on again until February 29th, a very limited time. It's going to come up quick. It always goes by fast. So if you see these free items that you want to get in there and get them now. And then also during Saleabration, we have a host special. So if you felt like you wanted to have a party to earn free rewards, it's real easy to do. All you have to do is just ask me how to host a party. I can either throw you a Facebook party or just give you a special code that you hand out to all your friends. You tell them to shop with me, because the code is only unique to the demonstrator. So if you get my code and you shop with another demonstrator and use my code, it's not going to work. You have to have your own code, and it's linked up to me. You ask me for that code. If you have a party and nobody orders, it's sad that nobody orders, but you don't lose out on anything. It's really, there's nothing in having a party. I mean, I used to be very hesitant about having different parties, but now, like, I know I do touchstone crystal, which is jewelry. I do 31, which are bags, designer bags. I do I forget. There's like a nail polish one I do, and I'll just go in and say, yeah, I want to host a party. Sometimes my parties stink. Sometimes nobody orders from me, but you know what? It's no big deal. And then sometimes, like, my last couple of jewelry parties have gone out the roof, and I've earned so much in free stuff. So it's so easy to host. All you have to do is say, I'd like to host. I give you the code, and then you just go and you just tell all your family and friends, give them my shopping link, and give them that code, tell them to use that host code, and then you just start earning all these rewards. What is nice about this during Saleabration, which again runs through February 29th, you will earn an extra $30 in rewards when your party hits 300. So again, if you didn't want to have a party, but you had a lot of products you wanted to buy, you could go and place an order on my website, and you will get your own host codes or your own rewards. And if you hit $30 or $300 in sales, then you're going to get an extra $30 in rewards. So it's a really great time to shop, to party, to host a party, or to join. So those are happening under a very limited time, February 29th. So if you guys, anybody out there is interested, just let me know. And if you have questions, I would be more than happy to answer them. I have one Facebook party going on right now, and I have another party coming up that they don't do a Facebook party. It's a group of people. They just want the host code, and it's easy peasy. I mean, it's really easy on my end because I don't have to do anything other than just communicate with them and just let them know, hey, this is what's going on. Here's this, here's that. And they just send their people to my website and shop. And they've been doing that for quite a while. And it works out good. Facebook parties aren't hard either. It's just I actually will go in and do demos and post a bunch of stuff on your Facebook party. So that's what's going on right now. It is, Amy, you're right. It is so worth it. I mean, it's just, before you became a demo, you had a couple of parties, and if, like I said, if nothing happens, nobody loses. I mean, you lose because you don't get the free rewards, but it's not like you're investing money to have a party. I'm not investing money to have a party. You just go and have a party, and sometimes you're totally surprised, especially if you have a network of people that love to craft. So if you know a lot of people that love to craft, it's really ideal to have a party, especially now. So, all right, so I think that was my spiel I wanted to talk to you guys about. I'm going to go ahead and turn you guys down. Let me put a picture up first because I don't want to make you guys sick. So let's see if I can put that picture up. Oh, that's last week's picture. Let's put up this picture. And then I also want to give you guys my current host code. That host code is good until, what day? Oh, what day is it good till? The 31st of January. So, and I always will give you guys a new host code every month. If you guys place an order with me, and it's under $150, you guys want to just go ahead and use my host code. That'll help me earn rewards, and it'll help so I can give things away to you guys. So let me see how this looks here. Let's see here. I think I've got so you guys still have the picture, so you're not getting seasick. So that's good. I don't want you guys to get seasick. Sometimes I'm not one of those professional video people who have all that fancy stuff, so just gotta bear with me. I think that's gonna be good. Let me see. Flip ya. All right. And then I'm gonna just pull the card down so you guys can see exactly what we are working on tonight. Where are you guys? Let's get the picture off of here. There we go. Okay, I think I'm upside down. Is that? Yes, I'm upside down. All right. I think that's good. Is that right? That is right. So there is my card. Is that the wrong way? Let's see. There we go. Now you guys can read it. So that's the card I created using this set. I love the colors and the pops and all this stuff. So I'm going to show you guys how we're going to create this card. The background here, I actually used the Stampin' blends. No, the blending brushes. I couldn't think of the name of them. The blending brushes. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So I think, let me just see. Backwards. Okay, I'm good. You guys can see me good. Perfect. I'm going to just zoom out one more time, I think, and just slide this over one. There we go. Move my paper over so that we have enough room here. All right. So this is the card, and thank you. Amy says it's really pretty. It is. The colors, when I started doing, like I said, when I started messing with it, I'm like, I don't like this set. But then once I put everything together, I'm like, oh yeah, I really like this set. So this set is on page, I think it's 31. Let's see. No, 32 and 31, or 32 and 33 in the mini catalog. So you can buy the whole suite, which is right here pictured. You get the paper, the dies, the stamp set, the string here, the baker's twine, and then the embellishments. So you can get all of this. Oh, thank you, Donna. You can get all of this for $74.50, which puts you at one free Saleabration item, one free $50 Saleabration item. If you add $25.50 to your order, then that'll put you at 100. So you could either get 2 free Saleabration items or two $50 free and one $100 free Saleabration item. So it's a really fun, the colors of the DSP here. Let me show you guys. You're going to get 48 sheets. And you're going to get 8 sheets each of these designs. So here's the hot air balloons. So with this one, you can cut these out with the dies that are in this set. So I'll show you in a moment the stamps and the dies and all that. But this is the hot air balloons. And then on that side, you get this fun striped pattern. And then you get this bright lemon lolly color with, I think that's the fresh freesia. Let me tell you guys what colors coordinates azure afternoon, balmy blue, bubble bath, flirty flamingo, fresh freesia, lemon lolly, petal pink, and pool party. So a lot of pretty colors coordinate with this. Such a fun combo. So there's that, and then you get this one here, which I think, I didn't try that out, but I think maybe the cloud dies will cut those out. Let me just see. Pretty sure they will. Yep. So the cloud dies that are in the die set will cut out all these clouds if you wanted to. Well, it won't cut them all out, but it'll cut out some of these, the bigger ones and the little ones. And then some of these you can hand cut. And then the back side of that is that fun polka dot. I love that bright polka dot. Let's see. You're not buying it, Diane? I think you need it. I love this piece. This piece is just so pretty with all the fun colors in that piece. And then, of course, this is the piece I use on my design. So you guys can see there. I put this piece up there, but I didn't like that. I liked it better with this one. And then you have this fun, colorful pattern here. And there's your petal pink. And then this one here with that pretty purple. So the stamp set and the dies. So here's the stamp set, and of course I put my dies that coordinate in with the stamp set. It's quite a large set, and you've got some sentiments. So I'm going to show you how everything's cut out and how everything is stamped. So in here you have these two shapes here. So if you put them together, so all I did was stamp off once here so you can see the difference. If you put these two together, you're going to create that balloon. Then you have this piece here, and then this piece. So here we are here. If you put those two together, you'll create that balloon. And then that same balloon, so this guy here, and then these two striped patterns, if you put them together, you can create that balloon. And then you have your little baskets. So the smaller basket would go on the smaller balloon, and then the bigger basket goes on this bigger balloon. So that's what you can stamp along with the sentiments. So the sentiments in here, you have up, up and away, hooray, it's your birthday. Hang in there, just a note to lift you up, and a big wish. So those are your sentiments, which pretty much can go with a lot of different cards that you can make. And then the die cutouts, so let me bring them in. So here's from that designer paper that I said you could cut them out. I cut out the heart and the balloon. So you can cut out a couple of balloons out of this paper here. Got like 3 hearts and 3 of the actual balloons there. And then here's just the larger balloon cut out, die cut out. And then I have a bunch of pieces here. There's the heart. There's a heart shape in there that you can die cut out, and that's what the shape will look like. And then here's the sentiment where you can put all the sentiments, but I think Just a Note to Lift You Up will not fit. But all of them, all the rest of them will fit on there. So I like that, how that's shaped, and it's got that nice stitching around there. And then you have this piece here, which cuts out all those dots and everything in there. You can also save in here. There's these little pieces that fall out. Where are they? They're up above here. They fall out. You could save these too and use them on a balloon design. I don't know where I put the other one. Here it is. So I've seen some people save these pieces and use them too that came out of here. But there's that piece. And then you have your basket piece here. And then you have a bunch of just pieces that, you know, you can cut out. Just got to make sure you put them on the right way. So you have a lot of different shapes and things that you can cut out to put on your balloons. You can put this on here. And then there's another little piece. So there's many different ways you could create a balloon shape. And then you have this little banner, so you could use it on a birthday card. You could kind of drape it across a balloon. And then your baskets, so there's 3 different baskets that you can cut out. You've got that basket there with the thin handles. Then you have this basket, which is larger, and then you have this little basket, which could go on the little balloons. So there's a lot of little elements to this. And then finally, the last 2 pieces are those clouds. So you can see there's a lot of dies to it. I think there's 16 different dies. I think there's 15 dies in the set, but one of the dies, it's these 2. They're connected together. So you actually get 16 cutout pieces. So this is the set. So let's go ahead and start working on this card with this set here. So what I did, oh, and I forgot to show you also, if you bought the suite, you would get the baker's twine, which is so pretty, and then these guys here. So pretty, those rainbow colored dots. That you can buy them separately, of course. You don't have to get them in the suite. But let me bring in my pieces here. So I pre-cut everything because it just makes life so much easier. But I'm going to bring in 1 piece of basic white, which is cut 5 1/4 by 4. And that's going to be this background piece here, if you guys can see that background. I went ahead and I'm using Tahitian Tide and the Azure Afternoon. So I'm going to pull this paper over a little bit so you guys can see the edge here. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. But I want you to see, I've got my glass plate and I've got the edge here. And you're probably going to see up around here someplace the glare of the light. But the nice thing about the glass plate, you have this area over here to work on. So I'm going to take my Azure Afternoon, and I'm going to use that one first. And then I'm also going to pull out my Tahitian Tide, but I'm going to use that in a minute. So I have my, oh, what do you call these things? I keep forgetting what they're called. What are they called, guys? Blender, not blender pens. These guys here. So I have these guys. Help me out. Help me out. And I'm going to go ahead and start to ink these up. So I'm using the Azure Afternoon first. That's my darker color. So I've picked up a bunch of ink on this blending brush. Thank you. And I'm going to take it off to the side. So a lot of times when you've seen me do these videos, thank you. I use a piece of paper. Well, with this glass plate, you can rub off your excess on the glass plate. And what's nice about it is when you rub it off on the paper, it's gone. It's on the paper. But when you rub it off on this piece over here, you can come back to it. So I'm just going to make sure I rub this off, and I'm just going to come in and start going. But then instead of going back to my ink pad, I can come back to this palette of ink that I have over here and pick that up and reuse that. So it's not wasted on that paper, where usually that's what you do, is you take your excess and you just smear it off on the paper. But now I can pick up that ink, so I'm not wasting that ink. So I'm going to go on the top of this, probably about halfway, with this darker blue, the azure, what am I, eating prime rib? Azure Afternoon. I'm going to go off to the side again, pick it up. And the reason why I do this, now I know I've told you guys this 1,000 times, and you guys are my faithful viewers, so you're probably sick of me here telling you this. But for anybody who watches this and who hasn't seen one of my videos, the reason why you go and you take that excess ink off, because if you take that ink, when you pick it up from the ink pad directly to your paper, it's going to leave a spot on your paper. So let me show you. I'll show you on the back side here. So you can see how this is all kind of blending in, and it's nice and smooth, the colors. If you take your ink, so I'm picking up this ink, and instead of wiping it off, I go right to the paper, you can see how it leaves that dark spots there. So that's harder to, when you're blending, to try to get rid of that. So unless you're going for that look, that's why you take it off the side, and you take a lot of that ink off, because it'll be very harsh. And then I always like to come in from the edge and start swirling in, and I just swirl in a circular motion. I just feel like that will give you the best coverage. So I'm just gonna go and just concentrate on making this a little darker up here, and then this a little lighter, and then I think that's okay. So now what I'm going to do is, I don't want to mix up my inks, so, well, I'm going to leave that for a minute, because in case I need to pick up more of that, but normally I would just wipe that down. So I have the Tahitian Tide here, so I'm going to pick up that Tahitian Tide, and I'm going to go off to the side below where I went before, and I'm going to go ahead and just bring this in on the bottom here. So it's going to be a lighter blue. And then this one, you might have to work a little bit more ink into, just because I don't want it extremely that contrast there. I want to make sure I blend it nicely. So and every time you do this, your look will be a little different, because sometimes you add more ink on, sometimes you add less, sometimes you blend it, you know, just differently every time. So I'm just going to do one more, I think. And I like the way it blends in with the Azure Afternoon. So I like that. I think that's nice. So that's all there is to that. So now that I know that I'm done, I'll just take the chamois, the little chamois that came with my plate. Let me find it over here. Here we go. It's a little. So here's my chamois that came with the plate. So I'm just going to go and just wipe this off over here. And you wipe it nice and clean. And that is it. So that's one of the nice benefits of the glass plate, having it over there. So that's all I'm going to do with the blending. I'm done. That's going to be the top part of my card. So let me just slide this back in. And now I'm going to bring in all my pieces so you guys can see. Actually, let me take this one out. Let's do our, you know what? Let me stamp out this hot air balloon here. I'm going to stamp out this one here to show you guys. So I thought those colors were fun together, the Lemon Lolly and the Tahitian Tide. They look really, they pop together. So I'm going to take this hot air balloon, this piece here, the larger one, and we're going to use the Lemon Lolly for that. Ouch. Yes, my chamois was wet. It was actually, I have a basket over here, and it was really, really wet. So I was wringing it out over there. So, so I'm going to stamp this down full strength. I just love how bright that Lemon Lolly is. That Lemon Lolly is one of my favorites. We needed a yellow in the worst way. We needed a bright yellow, I guess I should say. So I love that that is part of our color palette. And then I chose to go with that fat middle there, the fancy middle. This one here with the scallops for the Tahitian Tide. And I'm going at full strength with it. Just going to stamp that right in the middle. And then the only other stamping we have is the sentiment. So normally I would do the stamping and then cut out the sentiment. But I found with this one sentiment, because it's bigger, I found cutting it out first and then putting the sentiment on was easier. So because this piece here covers up some of that word when you go to cut it out, so it's hard to adjust it once you stamp it down. So I found with this bigger guy to stamp out and then cut. So let me go ahead and get, I did the stamping in the black memento stamp. I love how clear these sentiments stamp out too. They're very crisp and clear. So I'm just going to line that up in the middle of this. Stamp that down. And that's all the stamping I did on this piece. So I want to show you guys too what I did. This card here, I don't know if you could see, but this is braided. So all I did was took a strand of each of these and I just braided them together. So this one I braided kind of tight, and then this one for this card I braided a little loosely. So that's all I did. I taped the ends here because I didn't want to knot, because I'm going to be taping these on the back of this. So that's all I did for that. I just thought it looked really cool braided like that. I tried doing like the strings, 3 strings, which you can, but I really like the braided look. So you can see the difference in the tighter braid versus the looser braid. So with the magic of TV, I cut that out already. So there's our balloon. So let's bring in our pieces now. So I pre-cut everything just because it saves time, and you guys know how to use the Stampin' Cut and Boss machine. Let me just pull all these guys aside here. So what I'm going to do is I cut 2 of these baskets out. Now on here I did a blue and a yellow, or a basic white, but I thought I would do the black. I thought the black would pop out better. So I went ahead and I took the Cajun Craze cardstock and I cut 2 of these baskets out. What we're going to do is take our liquid glue. Now I'm going to use this guy here with the small tip end here. You don't need a lot, so be very careful with how it comes out. I'm just going to put some dots of glue on the back of this basket here. I'm going to do it on both of them. And then I'm just going to take these baskets here and just put them on there because I want that hole filled in. Like so. I'm going to get it so it's lined up because I don't want any of the baskets sticking out. And that's nice about the liquid glue is you have time to kind of finagle it. So then I don't really care for these two prongs here. That's just me. I don't want to see them. So I'm just going to snip them at the bottom here. So now you have your baskets in there. They're filled. They look like little baskets there. Let's see. So I used the basic black for the card base just because it just pops. So I'm going to fold that in half. I'm going to try to find my bone folder. Here we are. And then we can go ahead and glue this on the front. I'm gluing it so the darker blue is at the top and then your lighter blue is at the bottom. So you could use your liquid glue or your Stampin' Seal. So I'm just going to use the Stampin' Seal. I apologize for the sniffles. 'Tis the season. I'm going to pop this on the front. And then these two pieces here. So I cut a piece of basic black. This piece is cut 2 1/8 by 5 1/8. So it gives just enough of a border to pop out this piece of DSP. The DSP is cut 2 by 5. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. You use whatever kind of adhesive you'd like. You know what we didn't do, guys, and I said I was going to do it, was the giveaway. So remind me at the end here to do the giveaway. Jeez. If it's not written in front of me and I don't have it on my little cheat sheet over here, I won't do it. I'm going to put the basic white on the inside because you're going to need a piece that you can write on. Unless you're using a white marker to write on the inside, it's going to be very hard to see. So this, before we put this down, we are going to use dimensionals to pop it up. But before we put this down, what I'm going to do is put some adhesive at the ends here. So I can take my braided piece and I'm going to run this right along the edge. About 1/4 of the way in. And so the reason why I'm popping it up is because of the thickness. So now that I have this on here, I'm just going to trim this. And then what I'm going to do to totally make sure it's secured is I'm going to bring in some Scotch tape. And I'm going to just tape it down. Nobody's going to see the back of this anyways. And I just want to make sure it's secured enough. So, and you just want to be careful when you're taping it. You don't want the tape to go off the side. So just keep it so it's right there. So that'll just give it that extra security to know that it's going to stay there. So now I'm going to go ahead and just use a bunch of Stampin' Up! Dimensionals to pop this up. And I'm going to put one, of course, on the knot there. I'm not afraid to use the dimensionals. They're cheap enough. And if you don't use enough, your projects sag. So I'm all for popping that piece right up. So when you give your card to whoever you're giving it to, there's no sags. Nobody likes a saggy card, right? Oh, I just glued. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put one up here because that's bugging me. And I probably go a little overboard on them, but that's just me. I don't think this one is sticking here. There we go. The only bad part about using this many dimensionals is taking off all the backing. So that's when I bring in my Take-A-Pick tool, and I just do the this method here that I've showed you guys, where you go in kind of at an angle and it picks up those backings, and it's a lot easier. So sometimes you have to go a couple of times, and then sometimes when they build up on the end, you got to just get rid of them. For the most part, these going in at an angle like this really picks them right up. So there we go. Yeah, so I really have the dimensionals on here. Another good thing would be if you have some of these empty dimensionals and you've got those long edgings, those would be ideal because you could just run a couple of them along that. So I'm going to line this up right at the edge of this card, so you leave a little bit of that the side showing. Let's see, how much did I leave there? I didn't leave too much. That looks about good. So now you have this popped up here. So when you put your balloons together, what I'm going to do is put these baskets on these balloons. Again, liquid glue. You could use your adhesive sheets when you run these guys through if you wanted to. I didn't even think about that until just now. When I was getting out my glue, I said, oh, you know what? The adhesive sheets probably would have worked. So I'm just kind of dotting. I'm not really squeezing. The glue is coming out on its own for the most part, so just because I keep it upside down. So I'm just kind of dotting. And you might think, oh my gosh, she is not using enough glue. Oh, yes, I am. This glue is very strong, and you don't need much of this glue for it to tack down. So these here, you kind of put them where you want to put them. I lined it up there. That's where some of those other pieces, so if you get it to where it's like maybe crooked a little, or you don't really like where it's at, you could bring in, if I could get one, let me see. Could bring in one of these pieces and kind of go over the top of it like that. So like I said, there's a lot of things you can do with this set. I'm going to do this one here. Just dropped it. So there's your little balloons. I love how they turned out. So cute. So this one here, I'm going to go ahead and lie flat down. And then this one, you can see, how am I going to do this? Because this part is popped up. So can I use dimensionals? What can I do? Well, what you're going to do is we're going to use dimensionals on that part of the balloon. So just make sure I'm doing the right part of the balloon. So we're going to put our dimensionals on this part of the balloon. Maybe one more. And then I'm going to just put a little bit of glue on the edge of it right here. So I'm going to take off these dimensionals. And then what you're going to do is just put your balloon at the top here. You've got that glue over here, and then your dimensionals here. And it evens it out with that popped up piece of paper. So your dimensionals are right here, but then you got that glue to make sure that piece is snug down. You want to make sure you put the glue there so that that's not loose and gets caught on whatever and rips. And then this guy's going to go right here. And that I'm just going to glue flat. So I'm going to use my liquid glue for that. I'll put this right about there, maybe a little further up. Because you want to make sure this piece will fit right here. Just like that. So we're going to do the same thing that we did here. I'm just going to use my dimensionals for that one side. And then the liquid glue again on the edge here. And then just pop that up right there. And then the final steps are your clouds. So I'm going to take the bigger cloud and put it there. Again, I'm just going to use a liquid glue because it's right here. Plus it's a smaller piece, so it's easier to just put the liquid glue on it. What are your guys' favorite adhesive? Mine is the liquid glue. Put that there. And then this is the smaller cloud. So I have a big cloud and a small cloud. I'm going to put this. Oh, I glued the wrong end. I'm just going to glue the whole thing. I'm going to cut off part of the end, and I thought I was going to cut off that part of the end, but that would have put my cloud on upside down. So I'm going to just do that. And I'm going to kind of just like so. And then that's it to the card. That's all I did. You guys can add some of these embellishments if you want. You can keep it like that. But I thought it turned out pretty cute, and I like the gradient background there because it really looks like the sky back there with the clouds. So I really like that. I liked how it turned out. I like this set. This set is pretty fun to play with, and you're starting to like the glue more. Yeah, I didn't like the liquid glue at first. I really liked the snail type glue, what do you call it? The Stampin' Seal. I really like this glue, but the more I use the liquid glue, the more I find I'm liking it a lot better than the other adhesives. So I really like how this turned out, this cute card. That's, like I said, that set is a lot of fun to play with. So there they are. Let me do the giveaway before I forget, because I will forget. So we're doing the giveaway for those, what are they, the square pillow boxes. So I have everybody's name in here. Hopefully, let me just make sure I saved it. Of course, it's not there. There we go. Hopefully it saved all the information in there. Yes, it did. So I've got everybody's name in here. Oh, that glare, that light is awesome, isn't it? Let me just go here and see if I can get rid of that glare. So I have in here everybody that entered, which is Kathy Beamer, Jan Soren, Dawn Meadows, Tracy Benson, Mary Alice Chorba, Donna Martek, Diane Remmer, and Amy Torres. So those are, and I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Those are everybody that entered. So good luck to you guys. Oh, the glue. Yeah, the sponge is a good trick, Amy. The only thing I can tell you is just less is more, and I know you're probably going as little as you can. But that glue can be tricky. once you figure it out and you start using it, and then you're going to be totally in love with the way it works. But I agree, it can be messy. So here we go. Good luck, everyone. I'm just going to tap to spin and we see who wins. Let's see. Woo! It looks like Amy. It's Amy. We have a winner. Awesome. Okay, so I will get that in the mail to you, Amy. I'll probably, if it's okay with you, send it with your swaps. This way it'll save me on postage, if that's okay with you. If not, I can get it out sooner than that. So, let me flip you guys up. Let's see here. Whoops. I think I'm losing you guys here. What's going on here? There we go. Now I'm probably upside down or sideways or something. I am side. There we go. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed the little card here, the lighter than air sweet. Like I said, I was not really feeling it until I went online. I got some ideas and some thoughts in my head, and then I just started cutting stuff and saying, you know what, I think this is going to be okay. And then when I put it together, I really liked it. So if you guys want to get that set, like I said, if you spend, it's $74.50 in the catalog for the whole suite. You can pick it apart. You don't have to buy everything in the set. You can pick it apart, or if you buy the suite, you get one free Saleabration item of $50. If you add $25.50 to it, you can get 2 free Saleabration items of $50 or one $100. So, all right. Well, thank you, my faithful viewers. I'm so happy that you guys joined me tonight. And I will be coming live to you next week, same time, same bat channel. And I'm sure I'll have another card or maybe a 3D project for you guys. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I will see you guys next week. You guys have a great rest of your week. Bye.